So I think I've posted before about how much a lot has happened since January 12th of 2025. It sure did start the year out exciting, I can tell you that. Very motivational, very moving, doors closing, doors opening, lots of stuff. And it's still going. I mean, we still have a lot of good things happening. I'm so excited for this year. Oh my goodness. I know it's March, but oh my goodness. In like a lion, out like a lamb, right? Yep, that's what they say. So this morning I was listening to one of my motivational videos, and I really like this guy. I've been listening to him since the 1990s, probably the late 1990s. I want to say my daddy introduced me to him. So, but anyway, let's move forward. And to give you a hint, banana hands, if anybody's seen Shallow Hal. So let's move forward, Bobby. So he talks about the 10 things to make you successful. And one of the ones that really, well, they all stood out, but one of the ones that stood out was like money management was one, but the main one that it really struck a nerve was purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why do you want to get your business up and running? Why? What is the purpose of doing this? I want to leave a legacy. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to leave a legacy for my children. Because, natural life is the parents pass on before the children. Well, two of my children's dad passed, and I seen well, actually, he was really dad to all of them for quite a long time, but natural dad. When he passed, I seen that reaction in my children, especially the two youngest ones, and I was like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want my kids to go through that kind of pain if they love me that much. And I was like, so we got to fix this. We got to do something. Tony Robbins has a really young child, and he's, I think, in his 60s. I don't remember. And he said that to watch this child graduate college, maybe high school, and he's going to be in his 80s. I'm not sure. So, and he said to be able to see this child grow up and blossom and become an adult, he's got to make changes in his life to make sure that he's going to be around at that age. And I was thinking that would be so totally awesome to be able to see that. And then my ex-husband dies, and my children are just, two of them at least are devastated. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to cause that kind of pain for anyone. So I've made it a goal. I've not been working towards the health part so much as I have been working towards mindsets and preparing my mind and my body through my mind to strengthen itself so I can have that longevity of life. And I say I want to live till I'm 120 because that's what God allowed in the Bible. And I want to live that long because I'm thinking that since I have my children, except for the last two at such a young age, I would be able to outlive them and be able to do that, make that one of my goals, one of my bucket lists. And then the two younger ones, I'm not sure if I'll be able to outlive them. And those are the two that I definitely want to outlive. I don't want my children to die at an early age. I figured they could die if, or pass on, I shouldn't say die. If I were to live 30 years, 31 years past, how do I say it? If my youngest child passes at 90, I'll be 121 years old. And I believe I can do that. So I still want them to have very long lives and to be able to produce goodness in this world. So, I mean, that's not a problem. Me living to 120, I'm going to have to step it up a notch and do things that's going to make me live that long. But I have noticed, I have heard of people living past 100 that smoke and drink, and they live that long. I'm like, and a lot of people are like, we got to get this and this. I know 30-year-olds, or heard of 30-year-olds. I don't know them by meeting them, but I know of them that's had heart attacks and died. I know 40-year-olds that's done that. My classmates, we're between 57 and 59 years old, and they're dropping like flipping flies. I mean, it's not funny, but I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is going on with that year's generation? And so to be able to step it up, you've got to get your mind in order, because our brains, scientifically, our brains are designed to heal whatever is in our bodies. It has, I don't know the chemicals, but our brain has everything our bodies need to heal any disease. Scientists, multiple scientists have agreed on this. Doctors have agreed on this. They don't understand why we age. We're supposed to physically stop aging at the age of 33 or in our 30s. And they don't know why we age. Well, I know why we age, because that's what we were designed to do, even though our bodies say differently. Thank you for tuning in. I'm driving. I cannot drive with my readers on because I cannot see out the window that far. It's too blurry. So thank you for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Hello. I don't know who you are because I cannot see your name. I just see little white stuff and a picture. So thank you so much. You just don't understand how excited I get when people tune in. So, okay, moving forward. So being able to have that perspective on life. And then when I was listening to my video this morning, and he said, what is your purpose? My purpose is to leave a legacy. Okay. And then I hear, okay, well, what is your legacy? Bam. What is my legacy? Used to, when I was younger, when I was had rehanded my life over to Christ years and years and years ago, my legacy was to leave goodness and knowledge behind with my children. Well, now that I don't plan on leaving them behind and I plan on moving forward, the ones I'll be leaving behind will be my grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren. I need to leave something for them. So I've decided that, okay, it's time to start your own businesses. It's time to get the money rolling, and let's get these businesses going, and let's go ahead and do this. Learn your time management, learn your attitude to how you're going to do this. Become a business entrepreneur. You get this, get that, do this, do that, and that can be extremely stressful if you don't. If I don't know about you, but if I don't stop and slow down and go, all right, pace yourself. You've got to slow down and pace yourself. So right now, I'm focusing on one business. I'm also an unknown author. I have not published a book yet. I've got one that I think is ready, but could be added to. So it needs, in my opinion, it needs to be revised. But am I going to do that in the next year? Probably not. So I need to go ahead and get this a little bitty small book. It's a self-help book. I need to go on and get that published. So that's one. Two, I need to go ahead and get this other business up and running. I've noticed there's a lot to running your own business. I did not realize how much you have to do and prepare before you actually get your business up and running, your business license, your LLC, all of these rules and regulations, taxes. Right now I'm in a job where I'm learning how to do certain taxes, and with whenever you charge someone, give them an invoice. So there's a lot to it, and I'm just really thinking about going back to school and learning some business, doing some business classes. And I'm thinking, golly, do I really want to spend that money? And da 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 da. There's a lot. So I'm like, okay, back up, slow down. I know people say don't back up, keep moving forward. But for me to keep moving forward, I would just so completely go into a spin, and then I would just burn out. And I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I know I want to move forward. So I've got to take a step back, take a deep breath, slow down, focus. And so that's right now, that's what I'm trying to do is focus. Now for me, focusing, squirrel, that's me. Oh no, look at that. Wow, that looks, no. And that's one of the things he was talking about in his video this morning is he met a young person that was very, very talented, very smart, but he never finished anything because he'd get started on one task and then another opportunity would come and he'd quit that task and it would be unfinished and he'd start this other opportunity. So he had a bunch of these little ducks in a row. None of them were getting lined up and moving forward. And he was just like chasing his tail. And I said, okay, that's what you're going to end up doing if you don't stop and focus. So that's what I've been trying to do is focus on this one thing. So I want to get this one thing going, and the next year I want to have it set up, ready, and start bringing a little bit of money in, if not a whole bunch of money in. Because I know I'm trying to be reality, but I really believe that once we get advertisement going, get our marketing strategy up and running, I honestly believe we're gonna take off. And that's what I feel, that's what I honestly believe, that's what I know. For one, I've learned to go out and become a salesperson. My daddy used to always push me, you should go to sales, you should do sales. I'm like, Daddy, I hate sales, I can't stand it. For the fact that I did not want to disappoint anyone. I did not like it when people told me no, and I didn't want to be a disappointment, not just to other people, but with inside myself. But now I know people are going to say no, thank you, and I'm okay with that. Okay, well, you're going to say no, thank you, but guess what? There's going to be someone out there that's going to say, yes, thank you, I will do that. Yes, thank you, I will take that. Yes, thank you. Oh, yes, we would love that. And that's when I started learning to focus on that part of it instead of focusing so much on the negative part of, no, I don't want that. Now I focus on, okay, well, thank you very much. It's nice meeting you. If you ever change your mind, please keep us in mind of any of these services that we can, offer you. Okay, we'll see you later. Don't like pushy salesmen. I go buy a car. If I tell you I'm looking, okay, I will come. Give me your name. Give me your card. Let me look. Let me decide on two or three, and I'll come and get you. Well, what if I'm with a customer? I'll wait. I'm okay with that. If I end up having to leave, I'll come back tomorrow. Unless it's storming, I will be back tomorrow unless something happens. But I'll be back, and I've got your car. Go away. Leave me alone. Let me think. Well, one place where I bought this car, he came out and I said, hey, what is your name? He told me his name. I said, all right, I'm just looking. I don't want you to follow me around. Just let me look. When I make a decision, I will come get you. Well, he kind of hovered, which was okay. It was a little creepy. And then when I said, hey, can you get me the keys to these two cars? I knew that was going to give me at least 10 to 15 minutes because he's got to go inside and do this and this. I knew somebody was going to stop him and talk to him. And it happened. So that gave me more time to look. So I've learned how to manipulate the situation. And manipulation, excuse me, can be a bad word, but I have found out just recently it can be a good word. So I've learned to manipulate the situation into good to where it works out for me and the other person, and it's not something that's deceptive. So I've learned how to do that kind of manipulation with situations to make the situation better. Excuse me. So by being able to focus, decide what is my purpose, and know where to go and which direction to go in, I'm not chasing my tail anymore. So that's helped me a lot. And listening to his video this morning, when I heard, oh, I want to leave a legacy. Okay, well, Miss Smarty Pants, what is your legacy? That's a good question. So it made me start thinking, what is my legacy? My legacy is to leave something good behind that my family that I'm leaving behind can take and use and prosper and help others with. Excuse me. And I just fell in love with that aspect. I was like, okay, well, what my business is so far, I've got two in mind. Well, three, because the book publishing, three in mind. Two of them, my family can still continue on, and they'll always have an income as long as they know how to manage their time, they know how to manage the money, and they know how to manage people. You've got to know how to manage people. If you are a manager and all you do is focus on somebody's bad stuff, you're going to go from person to person to person. You're going to be spending all of this money retraining and training, retraining and training, and it's not worth it. Be good to your people. Hire good people. You know, they say, well, hire good people, hire good people. Well, how do you hire good people? You have to learn the signs of good and not so good people for your situation. That right there, too, that's another subject. So, by learning what my purpose is, learning where I need to go and how I need to get there, which is also another video, is something that I have decided to do. I did not pull up. Oh, it helps if you get it out of neutral. Pull up enough. So, by being able to do that, I have learned that life isn't as tough as people make it out to be. And I am in such the wrong parking spot. I didn't pull up far enough again. I'm gonna have to do this again. Oh my gosh. And I work with a bunch of men, y'all. Construction men. So that should tell you right there. Some of them are really good guys. I like them. So but anyway, by doing this, take this video, think about what your purpose is today. Think about what your purpose will be for tomorrow and then run with it. Maybe leave me. Am I in the wrong? I'm in the wrong parking spot. I'm in the completely wrong parking spot. I am. Shoot. Bobby, are you high? I know that's what they're thinking. Bobby's high. No, I pulled up right this stuff. Oh my God. Slice the gas. Anyway, oh good, my boss isn't here yet. Thank God. But anyway, moving forward, think about your purpose. What can you offer and how can you offer it? Thank you for watching today. You are some fantastic people. So go be contagious and share that smile.